Good afternoon. I announce the convocation of Maryville University for the Doctor of Education, Teacher as Leader, to be in session. Please remain standing for the national anthem, followed by the invocation.
Good afternoon. American educational philosopher Robert Hutchins wrote, "The object of education is to prepare the young to educate themselves throughout their lives." We come today to celebrate Cohort 10 and the many students they have and will educate to be lifelong learners. We honor their hard work and dedication, their patience and perseverance. We give thanks for faculty and staff, their teaching and guidance, for family and friends, their love and support. For these and all of our blessings, we give thanks. Please be seated.
Good afternoon. Oh, you can do better than that. Hey, great. It's a beautiful day, outside and in. My name is Dr. Mark Lombardi, and I have the honor and privilege of serving as president of Maryville University. Today, we celebrate a great milestone for our graduates. And it's important that we celebrate it, and it's important, too, that we thank all the people who helped our graduates get to this point. So at this time, let's salute your families and friends around you, your husbands, wives, partners, sons and daughters, grandparents, friends, everyone who's, they laughed with you, cried with you, supported you, drove you crazy at times, wrote a few checks at times. But please, thanks to all of you. I bet you can't wait to be called a doctor, all right? It's pretty cool when people start calling you doctor. I'll tell you, after 35 years of being a doctor, it's still pretty cool. People call me doctor, and I look behind me to see who they're talking to. You should be very, very proud of what you've accomplished. You're now part of a grand Maryville tradition of our excellent school of education. Our School of Education believes in creating amazing teachers and learners and leaders who are now positioned to make a huge difference in society, as many of you have already been doing. You're called on today when you leave, after you celebrate some, to think and act boldly, to lead and shape education tomorrow, to jettison antiquated assumptions and apply new ideas, and to provide access and opportunity to everyone. And that's very, very important. Everyone should have the access and opportunity to a high-quality education, regardless of zip code or gender or race or any of those things that are used to divide. So enjoy this ceremony today. Enjoy it with your colleagues and this cohort. But keep in mind its deeper meaning and the responsibilities that you have going forward. But on behalf of Maryville University, I want to say God bless all of you, congratulations, and good luck in the years to come. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Lombardi. Good afternoon again. I know the people sitting in the front row should be tired based on the amount of work that they've had to do to get here. Let's do a little bit louder for them, please. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Fabulous. And a wonderful good afternoon to all of you, Cohort 10. What an exciting afternoon this is. And I'm sure that if I asked you to share something special about what has happened in the last week, you wouldn't be staring at me with blank faces. You'd be all throwing your hands in the air to be first to say something. On behalf of all of the professors who have worked with you, I would like to congratulate all of you on your many achievements as you have progressed through your 7 semesters here at Maryville University. Standing here today, I can see, feel, almost smell the pride and love in the room from everyone sitting behind you, for the determination that you have shown in balancing your work at school, your studies at Maryville, your life with your families and friends, to reach this momentous occasion. The mutual support that you have given to ensure that everyone here today is able to graduate is to be both applauded and admired. Together, you successfully navigated virtual, hybrid, in person, masked, socially distanced, and you emerged from all of those experiences with even more confidence to lead. In a little while, you will walk out of here in all of your regalia as a Doctor of Education. And concurring with what Dr. Lombardi just said, I have to tell you that this is the beginning of the next phase of your professional life. The title of doctor brings with it great responsibility, and never more so than now. You walked into the auditorium to the music Land of Hope and Glory, written by Edward Elgar, an Englishman. I urge you to be, as Napoleon Bonaparte said, a leader as a dealer of hope. His hopes didn't necessarily go too far, and I'm sure that yours will go significantly further. I hope that you have been dealt the cards through the leadership program here to make our PK-12 education system a beautiful and impressive living thing for all within it. With your leadership, it will be glorious. John McCain said, Glory belongs to the act of being constant to something greater than yourself, to a cause, to your principles, to the people on whom you rely and who rely upon you. I believe that you have the cause and the principles and the hope required to ensure that all those who rely upon you will find their personal hopes and glory fulfilled. Wherever they learn and teach, with whomever they learn and teach, whatever they learn and teach, and however they learn and teach. You have worked with constancy to the cause of ensuring that throughout the pandemic and its aftermath, learning and teaching happened every day. So now it is your duty to lead the hope that we have that every single person within our schools will thrive and emerge knowing, as Eleanor Roosevelt said, that their future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. They will continue the work to make the world a more glorious place. You are a powerful network of leaders who must, with hope, maintain your duty to serve all administrators, teachers, and students because of the endless possibilities that can be created to ensure that all children in and around the Greater St. Louis area and as far beyond as possible have the most glorious opportunities in their PK through 12 experiences. So, who are you all? Lysandra. Lysandra will lead with integrity and passion to provide an environment where equity and inclusion exist for all and voices that speak are valued. Becky will put the right people in the right places and give them the space to succeed. Jessica will develop great teachers who can inspire millions to change the world for the better. Jenny will always discover and then foster others' strengths. Amy will be courageous and vulnerable, creating space for those she leads to be safe. Debbie will empower others by building their capacity. Meg will work with a sense of humor to accompany very real, very raw, crucially important work. Sadie will always listen first to those around her to learn and to understand. Ashley will get up every morning determined to both change the world and have one hell of a time doing it. John will always believe that education can be the engine of equity and the foundation of a better future. Tom will be an agent of change for students and have the responsibility for making those changes positive. Karen will always remember that every action or inaction affects someone else and that the simplest actions can make the biggest impacts. Anissa will provide the wisdom, courage, and a little bit of humor to lead the solutions we need. Rebecca will have the passion and the curiosity to be a force for good. Zora will step into the bad side to inspire others to create a trail where there is no path. Kelly will be a voice in finding the solution to the problem and be smarter than the pig that she is chasing. Stephanie will find the resources and strategies for teachers to ensure all students achieve at the highest levels. These are their words for their work. These are your words for your work. We are incredibly proud of you all. You are without doubt a crazy group of people. But as Jennifer Elizabeth wrote, don't worry if people think you're crazy. You are crazy. You have that kind of intoxicating insanity that lets other people dream outside of the lines and become who they want to be. It's time to go crazy. It's now my pleasure to ask Dr. Shappy, Dean of the School of Education, to come to the podium.
President Lombardi and Vice President Jennifer Yukna, it is my pleasure to present to you the candidates assembled here who have completed all coursework in the School of Education at Maryville University for the Doctor of Education degree. These fine candidates are the current and future leaders of education in our community. We salute their accomplishment and wish them the very best as they use their positions to make a positive difference for change in schooling and society. Candidates, when your name is called, please rise and come forward. Lysandra Danielle Blakely.
The race is not given to the swift, nor to the strong, but to the one who endures to the end. Ecclesiastes 9:11. I would like to take this opportunity to thank God for bringing me to the end, yet the beginning. To my late parents, I want to thank you for instilling in me a strong work ethic, a love for learning, and a passion to serve. To my tribe, who have been with me every step of the way, I want to thank you for your love, support, and patience. To my students, what can I say? We stayed the course, we finished the race, and the best is yet to come.
Rebecca Lynn Bockhorst.
This program has pushed me in ways that I wasn't entirely prepared for. With guidance and support from the faculty and a cohort of friends and mentors, Maryville has helped me become a leader that I would follow. I wouldn't be where I am without encouragement and love from my family and friends. You've all been so patient with me and understanding and full of support over the past 2.5 years. I'm here today because of you, and for that I'm forever grateful. I am looking forward to having some free time coming up soon, so I will be cashing in all those rain checks that I've been giving out. But sincerely, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for your support.
Jessica Marie Burns.
I would like to start by thanking all of the professors of the Teacher Leadership Doctoral Program at Maryville University. I would like to give a special thank you to my mentor and principal, Deetra Colquitt, as well as the rest of my Pershing Elementary family. I would like to thank my grandmother, Pearlie Clayton, my wonderful husband, Farrell Burns, and my amazing parents, Cheryl and Kenny Campbell. Thank you to each and every one of you.
Jennifer Gail Cornelius.
Thank you to my mom, my dad, Josh, Steph, Andy, and the rest of my family for being the biggest supporters and the best cheerleaders I could have ever asked for. Thank you to my sorority sisters and my friends for the amazing grace and love you've shown over the last 2.5 years. Thank you to Debbie for having the crazy COVID idea to get a doctorate in the middle of a pandemic. It has been truly an adventure. Thank you to Dr. Craig and the Shaw staff for answering questionnaires and supporting me in completing my capstone and this program. Thank you to Dr. Stokes and Dr. March for being amazing advisor an amazing mentor, and pushing me out of my comfort zone. Congratulations, Cohort 10. We did it.
Deborah Ann DeAndre.
I want to say thank you to my son. Everything I do is to make you proud of me. I want to say thank you to my mom and dad. My dad has always loved me without judgment, and my mom can't be with us today because she's no longer with us. But I know that she is looking down at me and she's very proud of me. So, Mom, I'm living both of our dreams. To the rest of my family, Uncle Butch, Mary, Chrissy, Nikki, Charlie, and to my best friend Beth, who is always my biggest cheerleader, Chris Saggio, and all my friends that are here today, thank you. And Jenny for taking this journey with me, Dr. Stokes, all the professors at Maryville, thank you.
Amanda Kaup.
I'd first like to thank my family, Kai, Will, Boris. Ich hab euch ganz arg lieb. Thank you for your patience and support over these last 2.5 years. To my dad, Robert Molgard, thank you for convincing me to stay in education. As usual, you were right. To the faculty at Maryville, especially Dr. Strecker, thank you for your razor-sharp feedback and support. To Cohort 10, it has been an honor to work with all of you and learn with you, and especially Rebecca and Ashley. It is so inspiring to work with both of you and call you my friends. Thank you so much for everything.
Sadie Lewis.
So my first and biggest thank you is Michael. Thank you for being my biggest support over the last 2.5 years and for being there for me along the way and being there for everything I've needed throughout this entire process. Thanks to my mom and dad, Carl and Lola, for really giving me everything I needed when I was younger and supporting me along the way to set me up for success and get me to the point that I'm at now, achieving what I've achieved. And thank you to Cohort 10, congratulations, and thanks for learning and laughing with me along the way.
Ashley Beth Locke.
Hi family, thanks so much for attending today. I promise this is the last graduation ceremony I will ever ask you to sit through. To Cohort 10, it has been such a pleasure to get to know you and to learn from you. Dr. Strecker, thank you for editing my capstone project. You were the best editor I've ever had, and your feedback was so valuable. To my in-laws and parents, thanks for helping out with child care. I could not have done this without you, and all of your support has been so valuable. And finally, to Brian and the girls, I love you all so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you for watching me do this, for letting me do this, and for giving me the space to continue learning and growing and being curious. Thank you all. I appreciate you.
Amy Lynn Logan.
I'd like to thank my late parents for the opportunity to pursue my every dream and affirming me along the way that I am right where I belong. To my children, Louie and Hattie, the light in their eyes forever changed how I see myself and my students. I want to thank my brothers, my extended family, my partner, and my many friends whose presence, love, time, and giving of themselves have made this dream possible. Thank you to my advisors and mentors. May we always liberate ourselves and others to be our truest and most whole selves. Thank you.
I'm sorry. John M. Maddox.
There are really so many people that I need to thank for making today possible. But more than anything, I just really want to say thank you to my family. I need to say thank you to Steve and Shelley, my mom and dad, for always loving me and encouraging me. I need to say thank you to my mother-in-law and my father-in-law, Jeff and Sheila, for always treating me like a son. I need to say thank you to my children, Jackson and Quentin and Linnea and Huxley, for always being my most energetic students. And more than anything, I need to say thank you to my partner, Whitney, for always being my biggest supporter. I absolutely could not have done this without you. So thank you all.
Thomas M. McFarland.
Hi, I'm sure you're wondering why I've gathered you all here, or probably not, but here are my thank yous. So first of all, I'd like to thank the Maryville staff for their guidance and their encouragement through this process. I'd like to thank my parents for instilling in me at a young age a love of learning and stressing its importance. I'd like to thank Cohort 10. You've made this process fun and you've been incredibly supportive. A special thank you to Karen and John in my cohort for pushing me to do better all the way through. And then lastly, it wouldn't be complete without thanking my wife, Katrina. Your support has been important. Thank you for watching our kids.
Karen Leigh Moffitt.
Thank you to everyone who's supported me over the last 2.5 years. Big shout out to Dr. Stokes for always asking what's been good this week. Thanks to Dr. Strecker for your expert guidance through the capstone process. To my Festus fam, Tom and John, I'm so glad we did this together. I'm grateful that we're colleagues and friends. To our kids, Will and Kate, I've always been so proud of you, and now I hope you can be proud of me too. Most importantly, to my husband, Mark, who always find the best ways to be supportive. I couldn't have done any of this without you. Thank you so much for always being behind and beside me. I love you all. Thank you so much.
Anissa Noel Morency.
Say thank you to God, my family, my support system, our Maryville professors, Kirkwood School District, specifically Knifer Middle School. Thank you for this journey. I couldn't have done it without you.
Rebecca Gail Rubin Schlansky.
First, a sincere thank you to our Maryville professors, particularly Dr. Strecker, who didn't let a single comma go unedited. To my partners in crime, Meg and Ashley, who jumped on board without much prodding, I'm grateful to both of you for the humor and the encouragement that went into every part of this experience. And finally, my parents and my sister always cheerlead me in every endeavor, large and small. Mike shuttled back and forth from school carpool and gymnastics practices, and even though you always make dinner because nobody wants me to do that anyway, you made a lot of those too. And of course, thank you to Ada and Celia, my little storytellers. I'm thrilled to have our Thursday nights back together.
Zora Maisha Shields.
There
There are so many people I'd like to thank for being a constant energy source for me throughout this journey. To my mom and dad, thank you for your effort, love, and support. I cannot express enough how grateful I am for all you've done. To my writer's block, thank you for being understanding, helpful, and a constant listening ear. To my principal, my mentor Destiny, my teammate Sheila, and my entire Science of Reading powwow group at work, this journey wouldn't be complete without your constant presence and encouragement. Lastly, I'd like to thank God for allowing me to overcome any obstacles, like Chapter 2 of my dissertation, but also for allowing me to stay focused on my dreams and the path. This is only the beginning.
Kelly Jo Stemmerman.
We're here, we made it. I want to start off by saying thank you to my husband and my 2 children. Without your love and support and encouragement, I would not be standing where I'm at today. I want to say thank you to Maryville and the professors. Not only have you always encouraged us to be a better version of who we are, but you continue to encourage us to make a difference. I want to say thank you to my mom and my dad for teaching me to persevere, teaching me to always set goals and to attain those goals. Lastly, I want to say thank you to my stepdad, to my mother-in-law, my sisters, my brother, my in-laws, my family, my friends. It really does take a village of encouragement and support in order for us to be standing where we're at today. Again, thank you.
Stephanie Vale.
Hi, I'm so excited to be graduating today. I would like to take a moment to say thank you to the people who helped this happen for me. Thank you to my husband for always supporting me in my crazy ideas and for making sure our daughters got where they needed to be while I was in class. Thank you to my 2 daughters, Sarah and Brooke, for always being my biggest fans. Thank you to my colleagues who were so supportive during this whole journey and for helping me with my research when I needed it. And thank you to our professors for all of the time and energy that you have put into our cohort.
I now invite Dr. Jennifer Yukna, Vice President for Academic Affairs, to the podium to confer your degrees.
By the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees and upon the recommendation of Maryville University faculty, I confer upon you the appropriate degree as have been completed and invest in you all of the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. Will all the new doctors of education please rise and receive our recognition? You may be seated. Mr. Steve DeSalvo will begin the benediction.
American activist Cesar Chavez wrote, "Real education should consist of drawing the goodness and best out of our own students." As we conclude this celebration, we send you forth with the following blessings as you strive to draw out the goodness and the best in yourselves and in your students. May you have success tempered by humility. May you have courage to overcome all obstacles. May you have wisdom and serve the common good. And may you have the love of family and friends to uplift and sustain you. Congratulations, Cohort 10.
Please remain seated until our faculty, staff, and platform party have exited the auditorium. Graduates will take a quick class photograph on the stage. Cohort 10, congratulations. We can't wait to hear about the things that you will do.